So, welcome to Thor's Day, putting out the trash. I'm trying to do an hour every Thursday just to check in with everybody. So, we're putting out the trash. So, my stream says I'm in excellent health. It's good to be in excellent health. Yeah, so how's everybody today? Let's see here. I'm going to try to do this for a whole hour today. Starry, starry night. Yeah, it's getting that time of day. And today is Blue Trash Day. So what do you think Blue Trash Day stands for? Anybody know what Blue Trash Day might stand for? Yeah, it might stand for a lot of things. If I check my calendar, I put down when it's Blue Trash Day. But I don't have that. Oh no, wrong time. Some reason I said it was Blue Trash Day, but it could just be a figment of my imagination, because one of my things here is that we study mythology, spirituality, the U.S. Constitution, English, folklore, folk stories, all that kind of stuff. It's interesting to me. I don't know if it's going to be interesting to anybody else. And let's see here if I'm going live on the on Twitch. Go to my channel, and hey, I am live on Twitch. I know I haven't been on Twitch for a long time, just because I have this tree fell on my house, right? So it wiped out my internet. So I have a good internet, at least so good here. And then I have another one that's over at my other place that I have to live. I have a fireplace and I have a kitchen in that other place. This place is my studio. Have lights and a good internet. So I try to do things on this platform, and my internet slows down, but so far I'm still getting a health is excellent notification. So yay, helpful. Yeah, it's taken a toll on me. Now I have some very sad news to report. It's very sad for me to think about it. I have a good friend that I grew up with a long time, and she's been battling cancer for, gosh, about 11 years. And they had it. I mean, they had it down for a good many years. And she got to do some traveling, and we went to Alaska right after she'd gone through her first initial treatments. But that old sea just doesn't leave you alone. It comes back. So apparently it's come back, and it's not, it's not good. It's not a good thing. So I'm sorry to have to report that on my good day of putting out trash. So what kind of trash do I want to put out? I want to put out the trash that the Democrats put out. What about you? What say you? Okay, so we're going to try to not be political here. But I have to say that in this day and age, it's pretty hard not to be political. If I go to my YouTube channel, and And see if I went live on YouTube or not. Says live. There I am. I have to click on it though, huh? And I have to mute my sound on it. So this is where I'm going to look for chatter boxes. So don't be shy. I don't use music to keep out of trouble with the sensories. Excuse me, I gotta get there. Better turn my lights on so I can have some light here on my channel. Drink some water. And let you know. It looks like I'm on both the Twitch and the other guys, YouTube. And I have one camera, and I also like to say if my camera using video capture and then I have to use the other. Gosh, these chat boxes are so small that I can't read it. I think this one I can get rid of. Starry night. So are we going to have any starry nights tonight, do you think? I have prison chat and YouTube chat. So it seems like prison chat. I'm going to get rid of the YouTube chat, because on my prison chat it does include YouTube, and I don't know if it's going to include the other one, Twitch. And it does. I see Twitch and YouTube. Yes, there's hope for me. Maybe a little bit, a little bit of hope, not much. Anyway, so as I said, life is complicated and it's tough. So you know, you kind of have to have a thick skin around your around your energy level. It has to be protected. So that's one thing young people don't quite get. Everything's on the surface, and everything is so easily disrupted. So we'll just say a shout out to Donna and let her know that she's in our heart, in my heart, in my prayers. She's really a very wonderful, grounded person, individual. She had a love for animals. She had horses, and she just didn't ask anything of anyone. So she is, I wish her be around longer than she is. And I don't know if she's going to be around longer. I just put the word out, and I hope that she knows. She knows how much I love her. Okay, so if I have a Thursday, we have what we call we have a can't think of the word. VIP. No, it's not a VIP. It's a Yapping with Saul, which is with the Odyssey and Quad Verum. So why am I Octavia Quad Crew? Why, you ask? Started off being many different names, but right now I'm going by Octavia Quad Crew because of Quad Crew, meaning Quad Verum. And I do a thing with the gentleman who, it's funded by him. He privately sponsors it, and it's through a platform many people know as Mastodon, but it's Quad Verum or Social Quad Verum. And that's where I do my posting so that I can share the things that I find there right here on my my channels. So see, there's my posting right there. Oh no, I haven't shared it with you yet. I'm going to share it. I'm setting it up right now. I'm getting it going. Okay. I have fun talking to my computer. But right now, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to my computer. I'm talking to you. What do you think about that? That'd be kind of cool, huh? That I get to talk to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. So I have to move this up like that. Oh, you don't see what I'm doing. That's fine. You don't need to see what I'm doing. Then I put my little chat box underneath here so I can see if anybody's going to come on and say something. Here, see? Okay, so over here to the right of me, I'm pointing right and it's going left. What can I say? Anyway, that's because it reverses your signal. Like you're thinking you're looking here, but it's over there. Anyway, it does confuse me. Probably confuses a lot of people. So these are ways that you can get a hold of me. As you can see, my, what is that? Kin. It's Let's move that over just a wee bit so we don't have to deal with that little scribble up there. The little scroll. It's a scroll. So when am I going to have dinner tonight? I don't know. 6:30 is my quad verum, and I may be late, but I can. It's recorded on Odyssey, so I can, of course, catch up there. The other thing is that I have to figure out some dinner. My family consists of 2 Valkyries or fur babies. That would be the 2 dogs. And then there's the Thor of Asgard, who's, he's out there saving the world, so he doesn't have time to eat or fix dinner. So I have to fix dinner. I'm thinking I might order out. I don't know. It's been a kind of a rough day. First of all, I had to start off with getting my blood work done. And that's an interesting story too. I went to get my blood work done, and I was you have to fast, so I can't eat anything. So I get to sleep in. I'm retired, so shut up. I'm retired. And I spent many years getting up at the crack of dawn. So then I, got up, got dressed, drove around looking for the right place to get my blood. And I ended up going something very close, which was handy for me, so I could just go to the local laboratory. And I met a very interesting young woman who was the phlebotomist. And she was woke. She was she was awakened. She was not woke. She was anti-woke. And she it's kind of disturbing because a lot of people are very I'd say fearful, and what our government's turning it into, and the weaponization of our justice system. So I can only say, be cautious out there, and don't listen to everything you hear, and don't take it to heart, because somebody is trying to pull your chain one way or another. Then it's interesting that she said that she felt like she was enslaved or because of taxation. Like, of course, a lot of elderly people come in to have their lab tests done, and you go on your medical site, and there's all these people that are trying to attack you, take your name and your number and identification, and she has to help these seniors who are having trouble just getting through the whole Medicare process. And now, here in California, they're saying, yeah, but now we got to give everybody that comes across the border Medicare, and they're using VA funds and all kinds of funds to fund this. When's it going to stop? I mean, people who are working and paying into the government taxes see more and more of their paycheck going to taxes, and less being able to use to go into, food, entertainment, and housing, and clothing, and just families. Wow. Anyway, didn't mean to get off on that. So anyway, she was giving me some names of some people that I want to look up, which I haven't had a chance to. But all I can say is just be very careful out there. There's a lot of false information, and most of it's not true. As a matter of fact, the thing I've learned in my ripe old age is that everything I was told was pretty much a lie. So how do you believe? What do you believe? Let me tell you, even if you think you're uncovering the truth, you're probably not. Even if you think you found someone who knows the truth, they probably don't. It's like, fuck this. This is like crazy. How are we going to know where to go? Stay focused. Stay centered. Listen to your gut feeling. 5:30 bell. Okay. So I'm reading a book. It's really good. It's called, I don't have it with me, it's called Left of Bang. And it was recommended by a pastor. And it was written by a training for the Marines on how to see the area around you and find out who people who might be dangerous. Wow, let's see here. I got somebody on me chat here, and it's not them, so it must be Twitch. It's so small I can't read it, so what can I say? How do you read this stuff? Here we go. So I say, hello, sorry for bothering you. How can you be bothering me? I'm like talking to the computer. Thank you for joining me. I want to offer promotion for your channel, viewers, followers, views, chat box, etc. The price is lower. Yeah, it's a spam. Yeah, well, you're not really bothering me, and I appreciate what you're offering, but I'm going to have to decline it right now because this is just a test call. It's test. So thanks for offering your great advice. And I know I'm new, and I know I'm not going to have much of a audience right now. So come back and just chat with me. And not sell me something, everybody's got something to sell you, right? I am not going to sell you anything other than just be smart, have your ideas. Hold them dear to your heart. Find the truth. Quod verum, that's what quod verum is. The truth, finding the truth. And not much out there. So anyway, let's see here. I was talking about my experience with the young person at the lab, and the lucky thing is that they go into a room, and so you have this. No, they're not recording you or anything, so she feels pretty vocal about how things are going down here. And how people just feel like they don't have any choices anymore. It's pretty frustrating for all of us. Okay, so I'll go back to my the other guys, Okay. I wish there was something that we could do, I could get like a little alarm or a little ding, but see, I have to mute the feed that I'm getting, so it won't. Actually, there is a way to do it. I could just mute the like on YouTube. I go and I mute YouTube, maybe. Yeah. Uh-oh, what'd I do? I screwed up here. Oh, there we go. I don't see a mute. I don't see a mute button here, guys. Where's my mute? Maybe here. What can I say? Because I have it muted on my phone, but that's not what I want to do. Okay, anyway, never mind. So how do you I don't know how gamers, I guess if you have a game going and you have music in the background, that's okay. They don't really care about that. But if you're trying to give a some kind of a chatting thing and you have music, if you don't identify who the music is, they will ask you not to do that, or they will mute you. If I found that to be the case on Twitch, if you are using music that's got a copyright, then you get muted. Yeah. Let's see here now. I've been here for how long? I haven't been here for half an hour yet, so what the heck? I wish I played some music. The only thing I played ever in my whole life is a radio. But I have this flute. Well, it's not really a flute. Well, yeah, it is a flute. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty easy to play, but it doesn't really always sound good. So here you have it's Indian. You have the 6 holes, so you use your fingers like this. And when you blow into it, you try to keep a deeper blow, because this is kind of an alto one. They have them in different octaves. That's part of the spiritual part of my show. All right. Yeah, I could never get a job being a musician or playing guitar. I really appreciate and admire people that can play guitar. But what can I say? It's getting darker and darker and darker. Okay, so what happened the rest of my day? So I had to do a meeting, a Zoom meeting. I do a part-time, I have this part-time gig, what they call it well, whatever. I kind of help my husband, that would be Thor, in his clinical office visits when they don't have somebody to help him. And they have sold out the company to a new company, and the big company is taking it over, and now they're going to start changing all their apps. And they had a meeting scheduled, a mandatory meeting scheduled, and it was like supposed to be an hour and a half. Of course, it ran about 2 hours because of the fact that nobody was getting it. It's kind of complicated. They say they're going to give people like iPads or something to use, but I don't, I'm just like a part-time person, so I don't think an iPad's going to work for me. And, I'm zooming around with Thor sometimes. Go to Asgard. So anyway, but I had to. I sat in on it, and we worked through some of the glitches, and I think I did okay. I'm going to meet with them again tomorrow, 11:30 and 5 o'clock or something like that. I know I should charge them hours for that training, but I don't want to, because then you have to go on their website and do all of that. I don't know. They make it so difficult to have a job, to work, and to be an owner of a job and have a small business. See, they don't want you to have small businesses here in California because we're a fascist state, and they want to get rid of all the little operations and just let the big guys take all the little guys up. And, you notice that COVID, what they did? They shut down all the little individual businesses, but they left all the big businesses open. Why do you think that is? I mean, I watched all that unfold, and I couldn't understand it. It made no sense. Well, if you put the pieces together, it's like putting a puzzle together. Then you think, oh my God, why did all the little mom and pop stores have to close? And why did my hairdresser have to close her business? But, why did all the churches have to close down? Why? Ask these questions. Just ask these questions of yourself. I mean, no one's going to give you an answer. I was going to read a little bit from this book. Did you know? History. Learn your history. I don't think anybody really cares about history anymore. And I understand that, because when I was a little kid, I didn't really care about history. I mean, I was forced to read all those history books and remember dates, which I never could remember dates. I never could remember names. Yeah, but I didn't have to spend hours doing homework every night either. It all comes in due time. It all comes in due time. That's all I can say. Be patient. Work hard. Like Paul Henry says, work hard. I have a pretty good YouTube from Paul Henry. This guy put music to it. And, I grew up hearing his quotes and stuff, but I don't know. Things are so different when I grew up. And I'm kind of glad, because now everybody gets their information off the internet, and the internet seems to be sometimes a cookie-cutter place where you just hear the same thing over and over and over again. Like the news. You try to watch the news, right? What's going on? They found 6 bodies in San Bernardino out in the middle of, fucking nowhere. And it catches my attention because there's a lot of bodies dropped off over there. And with the cartel and with people coming across the border, we're going to see a lot more of that. So whether we'll learn the truth, I don't know. You really have to dig hard to find the real truth. So let me see here. If I go, I'm going to put us on auto here, and I'm going to look at my Quadverum messages and what people post. So I can do that. Okay, so here is the long horn rebellion. Okay, so here's what's going on. The big news item is the Texas thing. The rebellion and the border and the fact that federal government is supposed to be in charge of our borders. And right now, it doesn't seem to be anyone's in charge of our borders. And I mean, I'm not opposed to immigration. We need immigration. I love the fact that we have immigration, and that country has always been a good place for immigration. But guess what, guys? We have to have some controls. Just like I have to have some controls over my spending or my eating. I can't eat everything in sight and not expect to get as big as the house. I can't spend money on stupid, frivolous shit expecting to have money in my checking account every month. And yeah. I tell you, Saul is a master at these memes that he does for our meats. Just want you to know that. And no bull. Anyway, that is happening tonight at California time 6:30, East Coast time 9:30. Oh, that's what happened. I hit that. Ta-da! I gave me one like on YouTube. Let's see here. Excuse me for reaching over the camera here. Lights, camera, action. Get some more lighting in here. I need some more lights. Yeah, 5:30 is usually my time for dinner. What about you? You guys like to eat dinner at 5:30 or later? 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? All right. Back to tonight and Saul. Let me see. Let me read this more. Put this. Don't play with the bull. And the Biden gang. I mean, you have to laugh at this stuff. You have to just have a sense of humor about it because it's too freaking scary otherwise. What in the world is going on in Texas? Well, we could always go into the news people. Oh, Twitter, yeah, X. Twitter X. X channel. I'm calling it the X channel. You could always go to the X channel, see what they say. And if the X channel can't give you any information, then you go to Facebook. Sure, go to Facebook. I don't know. And this is where I don't get to see my chat box. Yeah, well, if I do that, it messes up my feed. I don't want to get it messed up. Well, I'm just going to stay here until 6 o'clock. Then I have to go have some dinner and get ready for the yapping with Saul. The Longhorn Rebellion. That's got to be pretty funny. I think most people are pretty sick and tired of the whole news cycles. We rather watch anything but news. Watch the sports. Watch the Weather Channel. Watch the weather people. Watch more sports. Watch your kids' hockey games. Anything's better than the news. What do you do when everybody starts getting sick and dying on you? What do you do when everybody decides to abandon you? They found some people on in Gaza, an elderly couple in this bombed out building, and they're going through, looking for terrorists and explosions. And after they came across these people, and they kind of said, oh, gee, they had to kind of interrogate them and find out what they were doing there and if they didn't have any bombs strapped to them. And so finally, when they figured out that they were not a threat, they rescued them and took them out of the building. But everybody had just left them there to die. And of course, that's their friends and family who use them as shields. And then once they have no purpose for them, they just leave. And I was watching Lester Holt on TV last night. Thor likes to watch. He likes to keep up on things. And, they were showing these heart-wrenching reports with these beautiful children with the big eyes, and telling you how terrible that the Israelis are and what they're doing, and making all this virtual signaling about how horrible they are. It's like, it's upside down, it's backwards, guys. It's just backwards. All right, so unfortunately, nothing going on there. So I really want to find out what happened to the San Bernardino bodies. Yeah, they had an earthquake too. After all that, they were having an earthquake. Is that funny or what? I mean, it's not funny. It's just ironic. Sometimes you have to laugh at irony. Yeah, I suspect we'll get no information on this. And of course, it takes them a while to figure things out. I get that. And they're going to bury it anyway. It's going to be like, they found bodies. Yeah, so what? 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Mojave Desert in Southern California, New York Times. And I got the YouTube, but they show the grisly scene with all the cars, cop cars, and all the little markings where they probably found bullets. 17 minutes ago. ABC 7 News. All right. We'll see what they say. Sorry about the ad, guys. What exactly happened? Yeah, they shot him and they burned him. Does that sound familiar? It sounds like friggin' Gaza. They don't know the identities of anybody. They don't know anything. All they know is they have dead bodies in the desert of California. By the way, this is not for children. They got a call from for a wellness check. You get a call for a wellness check in the middle of the fucking desert? Give me a break. Bill Bodner. Who the hell's he? Sorry. Yeah. So they're just going to give you the same shit over and over and over and over and over again and no information. Yep. Yippers. That's exactly what goes on. They call that news. They call that investigating journalism. I got a second thumbs up. Somebody else is looking at me. Who's that? Let's see. Nobody. They just thought they'd give me a thumbs up. Yay, thank you. It's probably my friend Terry. She's all right. She's all right, I have to say. Taking out the trash. Okay, so here you go. We got to thank Thor for taking out the trash today. I don't know if I haven't heard the barrels roll out, but we don't really have a lot of trash right now. All the longhorn steer, just taking out the trash. It's dark now here. Dark and dinner time, and I'm getting awful darn hungry, so I guess we're gonna go have some dinner and then settle in and watch Yapping with Thor and Saul and who am I? Octavia Quad Crew. So why am I Octavia Quad Crew? Okay, here I love telling this story. I have this I watched the 100 on the CW years and years ago. I mean, it was one of these dystopia things where the planet Earth was destroyed and it became nuclear fallout, and so the only surviving, at least that's what they thought, were these people that were up in some kind of a space lab with their families, and so they decided they were going to try to stay up there and not come down to Earth because the Earth was polluted with uranium and poisonous gases from that. And so I think it went like 5 seasons. It was a pretty good show. It got crazier and crazier as it went on, of course. But anyway, there's a great scene with one crew. It says here, you're either with one crew or you're against one crew. And then they killed all the one crew people, right? So with Quad Verum back in 2020. And I know some of you weren't even born in the 1900s. That was like another generation ago. And so they it was great, I mean, the whole story is fabulous anyway. So we had our uprising in Social Quad Verum, so we had a lot of people that were bailing out and getting kicked out, and it was just a bloody mess. So I came up with Quad Crew. So you are with Quad Crew or against Quad Crew? A lot of people were hating hating on Saul. So, anyway, I started using Quad Crew. I was going to like be a streamer and start my own channel and, do something with my life. And what happened was the I was going on D Live and some of these other channels, Twitch and Trovo. I still have a Trovo account. And connected with some people from D Live that I liked, but a lot of them were just smoking the wacky tobacco, smoking the weed and the vape, and don't pollute your mind with that stuff, because there's enough things to pollute your mind. You don't need to smoke it and get it worse. And anyway, they never really could tell if Quad Crew was male or female. It was kind of like I was neutral on that, which is okay if you want to be a non-entity. But I'm old school, and I like to identify as a female because, hey, that's what I am. So I tagged on Octavia because I always liked that name, and Octavia was one of the main characters in the 100. So there was 100 people got sent back to Earth. And when they got back to Earth, they found out that there were actually survivors in certain segments of the population. And therefore, there we go. There's Octavia. Hey, she's my hero, Octavia. She's good. And and that's me. And I'm really not going anywhere. I'm just showing you my different ones where I have the Octavia. And so I become Octavia Quad Crew or Quad Crew Octavia. And I'm also identified myself that way on Twitter. On Twitter, yeah. And even on Facebook. So I have all of these out there. Okie dokie, guys. Well, as I said, I am going to have to go take some dinner and get some food for my Valkyries and hubby. And to myself. So I just want to say thank you for joining me. I could leave it on going, just keep it going. But I know I'm going to stay an hour. I got 6 minutes left, and I'll be here an hour before I stop. Okay, so then in that case, what else do I show you? I'm going to show you my welcome to Thor's Day, taking out the trash day. So, what kind of trash you want to take out today? Well, the usual trash. The stuff that's starting to smell. The old stuff in the refrigerator that's starting to grow hair on it. That got tossed in the trash. We're going to... I guess some guy got caught... I'm sorry. My brain. Tossed in the trash in Arizona. That's what the young lady was telling me about. The big hullabaloo about lake, where they were trying to bribe her. And if you listen to what they were saying, apparently they said, they're going to kill me too. There's so much hyperbole. It's like, oh, wait, here. I'm sorry. There's so much hyperbole that you really don't know who is telling you the truth. I'm telling you guys, you cannot believe all the hyperbole going on. When they say, because I grow up using words like well, all the words like bomb and explosion and burn and blow up. And if you use all that on social media, if you use it on, I'll probably get it even here, then, all of a sudden you're saying these words that you might be, espousing something wrong. Well, I grew up where you used to say, oh, well, let me, here's a picture. Okay, here's a picture of a truck. And I take a picture of the truck. And I have the picture of the truck. And I go, oh, it's too small. So I'm going to have to blow it up. Excuse me? I am not going to get literal about it. Come on. Give me a break. Why? Why? Come on, you guys. It's ridiculous. I don't know what page anybody's on anymore. It's my truth. Well, let me tell you, if everybody has their own separate truth, where is reality? It doesn't exist. There is no reality. Well, heck, I always have my ideology, what I think would be perfect, like in a world that was perfect, my utopian world. I made this up when I was younger. I thought there would be a utopian world, but there isn't. What's his name? Todd Rundgren. He had some song about utopia. I think it was his album. Yeah, we all want to be in a utopian world. But, some people's utopia is another person's hell. And, it's not always a good thing. For instance, people who think, oh, we'll get rid of all the Jews, then it'll be a utopian world. Hello? That's what the Nazis believed. And we're seeing a rise in that belief again. And I lived all my life fearing that from ever happening and never wondering why, how it could happen. How could people let it happen? Guess what? It's starting to happen again. So let's wake up and let's not let that happen. Let's speak out. Let's speak out against people who are trying to overthrow this country. And there's subtle ways to doing it, It doesn't have to be a revolutionary revolt. But there will be a snapping. There will be a point where things start to snap. And I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid for you, and I'm afraid for everybody out there who have children who are growing up in this world. It's always been a dangerous world. It's certainly not going to change that. So just my suggestions, my hope for you is to be careful. Be smart, be wise. Make good choices. And throw out the trash. Get rid of the trash, okay? You don't need that shit hanging around. It attracts flies. So, I got people coming to my Airbnb tomorrow. I got to throw out the trash. People aren't going to want to come to that house with trash inside it, right? Oh boy, I didn't get to read the Constitution. I was going to read the Constitution, but I ran out of time. I got to see what this yapping with Saul is. The Longhorn Rascals. The Longhorn Rebellion. He can be pretty funny when he's so interested in it. All right, thank you so much for joining me. If you're going to join me ever again, I hope you will. I'm going to try to put out the trash every Thursday between 5 and 6. Like I said, then we go to Yapping with Saul at 6:30. That's Pacific time. That's my time. I live on the Pacific Ocean, out in the out in sand dunes, out in space with Thor, and in Asgard. You guys take care. Have a very good evening. And for now, I'm going back to the whales. See you later. Bye-bye.